Hello students, this is the part 4 of revision of Python programming that you have done in class 11th computer science. So in this part 4 we will study some objects like strings, list, tuple, etc. So what is string? First of all, you should be able to know which type of variable or object is known as string. So for creating any string, I am creating a string s by saying s equal to, in inverted commas, hello. So if you check its type, it is given as string. So s is a variable of type string. Here I have mentioned that strings are immutable, means in string we cannot change the elements. For example, if I want to access the first element of the given string s, I will use s of 0. 0 is the starting index of the first element in your string, and next element has the index 1, that is E, and next element is having the index 2, that is L. So in this way we can access individual element of the given string. If I want to change any specific element, for example I want to change the E, small e to capital E, I am trying to use s of 1 equals to capital E. This is not possible, means if you have created a string, then you cannot change the elements inside that string. For doing so, you need to overwrite the same string with the new data. Okay, so that's why we cannot change the data or elements of the given string. That's why we are calling string as immutable. So next is string operations. How many types of operations are possible on a string? First, I have mentioned here concatenation. Concatenation means addition of two strings. So if I say here E equals to hello plus by, I have used here a variable E, and in which I have given two strings with the plus operator. So if you print E, it is giving the both strings concatenated within one string, that becomes hello by. This is known as concatenation of two strings. Next is repetition. Repetition is done with the use of star operator. Star means asterisk. For concatenation, I here use a new string w with hello. If I say here w multiply by 2, then it is displaying hello 2 times. If you again say w multiply by 5, then it will display hello 5 times. This is known as repetition or replication of the string. Next operator is in or not in. If I say w, I am having hello in w, see. If I want to search small e in w, then I will write it like this. In operator is checking whether small e is present in w or not. W contains hello, so hello is having e inside, that's why it is giving true here. Even if I search capital R in w, then it will give false. This is use of in operator. Again, if I search e not in w, then it is asking whether E is not available in W. False. E is available in W, that's why it is giving false. If you search R not in W, means R is not available in W. That's why it is giving true. Our next topic is string slicing and string methods. String slicing means accessing one or multiple characters present in the given string. So for string slicing, I am taking one example of string here with S equals to hello everyone. If I want to access a single element, then I can use it with the index by saying this. Even if I want to access its starting first three elements, then I will write 0. 0 means starting element index, and you need to display first three, so you need to say 0:3. 3 is the stop position of the character whom you want to display. So it is displaying which elements? It is displaying elements with the index 0, 1 and 2 only. So if I want to access elements starting from third index to 7th position, then third index stands for 0, 1, 2, 3. Third index is of L and it will go up to 6, 4, 5, 6 E. ठीक है? L O space E. In the same way, if I write here S3:9, now next term I am increasing here :2. If I write :2 here, it means it will display which elements whose index is 3, and 3 plus 2, that becomes 5, and next 5 plus 2 is 7, and next 7 plus 2 becomes 9, but 9 is given as position, not index here. Up to 8th index elements will be accessible through this statement. So in up to 8, only 7th index is visible. See, our third index is 0, 1, 2, 3. Third index was of L, and next 4th and 5th index was of space, and next 6th and 7th index was of V. So in the same way we can do the string slicing. Next are some string functions or string methods that we can use over a string. First is alpha. Using alpha, I will write here S. S is having value hello everyone. So I will use alpha with S by saying S dot is alpha. See, it is checking whether S contains alphabets only. Alphabets means A to Z, that may be small or capital. It is giving false. Why? Because you are having one more character, that is space here. Due to this, if I again take a new string by saying by and use S dot is alpha, it is giving true. Yes, because all the elements inside the strings are alphabets only. So is alpha is checking whether the given string contains all alphabets only. If it is yes, then it is giving true, otherwise it will give false. Our next function is digit. If I say S equals to 0, 7, and then I am writing S dot is digit. It is checking whether S contains all digits inside it. Yes, it is giving true. If I say S is by and then you use S dot is digit, it will give false. So is digit is checking whether the given elements inside the strings are all digits or not. If yes, then it will give true, otherwise it will give false. Our next function is lower. Lower function I am using here by if I am having S equals to by in all capital. So if I write S dot lower here and pressing enter, it is changing the case of the value of S. As you have taken all the elements inside the S as capital letters, but S dot lower is changing their case from capital to small. Next is lower. Is lower will check whether the all elements inside the strings are low in lowercase or not. If yes, it will give true, otherwise it will give false. See, I have S again in capital and I am checking S dot is lower, then it will give false because all the characters given in the S are in capital case. So if I use this one small y, then it will give true. Our next function is upper. As we have seen in lower key function was converting the string elements from capital to lower, so upper will do the reverse. But hold on 1 minute because I have just said that S strings are immutable, so we are not changing the string, we are only just displaying the string function's result. We are not updating the new string into the previous one. We have only displayed the output of the functions here. So for upper, if I use this small case by value, this, and I say S dot upper, it will display by in capital letter. In the same way, if I use again S by and I say is upper, means it is checking whether the all elements inside the string S is in uppercase or not. Is it? No, they are in lowercase, so it will give false. So if I use S with capital by and then I use here, then it is giving true. Our next function is L strip. L strip means left strip. See, I have taken a string S with 2 spaces inside and then hello. So if I print this, then it is printing like this. 2 spaces are there first and then hello. So if I use S dot L strip here, then it is printing hello only, means L strip function has removed the starting spaces given at the starting of the string. So in the same way, there is a function that is R strip. R strip does the same work on the right side of the string. For example, if you have a string like this, spaces on the right side, then if you write S, it is displaying the spaces, and you are saying S dot R strip here, then it will remove the spaces that were from on the trailing side, means right side of the string. So there is one more function, that is space. So is space will check whether your string contains all spaces inside it, means if you say s space 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 and inverted commas, then you are using s dot is space, then it will give true for your case. Okay, we got a spelling mistake here. This is space means double s should be used here. This is true in our case, but if you use this one, s equals to hello, and then you try to use s dot is space, it will give false. Means in this string all the characters are not white spaces. It will give true only when you are having all the characters as white spaces in your string. Next function is join function. So for join, I am taking here example of s as by, and then I am taking another string that is hello. So if I want to use join function, then I can write s dot join, and in bracket you need to pass another string that you want to join with. So it is giving, see, first of all it is printing, it is taking hello's h here, and then by, printed by, and then hello's e, this one, and then printed by with it, and then hello's l here, and then merging by again here, and then taking l of s1, and then this one, then using s means by again, and then taking s1. Means s dot join is joining the two, means mixing the two given strings in such way. Our next function is swap case. Swap case means changing one case into another. Case means capital case to small and small to capital. That is known as swap case. So for understanding swap case, I am using here s equals to by and saying s dot swap case only. What it done? Your b was capital and it is changed to small, and your y and e was in small. Now this function changed it to capital. This is called as swap case function. Next function ORD. ORD converts the given string into its ASCII code. See, if I want to use ORD, this I will use directly by saying ORD capital A. As we know, capital A has the ASCII code 65, so it is giving its ASCII code. You can also check for any other character here. If you want to check it for space also, it is giving 32 here. The last function, that is CHR. CHR for char, stands for char. Char function just works opposite of ORD. If you want to use CHR, then I will give 65, means it will give its character. In the same way, CHR 66, it will give capital B. So if you want to access the character given on any ASCII code, then you can check it by CHR. This was the end of